And then one of my experiences is how intentional the Chinese government has been. So these guys came to Nigeria, and they were a small bunch of young guys. Okay, they were artisans effectively, led by one guy who was an engineer, and they came and they had funding from China to come and establish their company in Nigeria, and they took on a few projects. Those guys have never left. This is that was 1999.
Wow.
26 years. Those guys are still here. Okay. Then my experience in China is you go to China, you want to buy building materials, and you want to buy a piece of equipment, and you go to the factory and you sign an agreement. I'm buying this, for example, concrete making machine for $150,000, for example. What you're paying to that person on that day is about 25% of the cost of the equipment. They take that agreement. That's agreement. Is that low?
I mean, it's a deposit, right? It's a deposit on.
Yeah. So you pay a deposit. He takes that agreement that you signed with your deposit to whatever bank it is. So if it's you have so many different banks. So you work in for example, you make. Let me give you one now. Lights. You make lights. There are banks that fund the electrical lighting sector of the economy. All right. You do agriculture. You're buying agricultural equipment. There are banks that fund that. The guy takes your agreement to that bank. I think it used to be about between 25 and 40%. He takes your deposit and your agreement to the bank that's funding. That bank funds the development of whatever it is you're buying, because it's not really off the shelf. So they fund that thing. When it's ready, they notify you that your equipment is ready, your goods are ready. Then you pay your balance. Then the goods are shipped to you. But the man doesn't need you to fund 100% of your cost. He simply needs, and for that, there are comforts. For as long as you're dealing with legitimate people, there's systems built in such that you will not lose your money. Yes, there are guys that buy on Alibaba that lose their money or whatever it is. But if you follow due process on Alibaba's website, they have structures in place to ensure that you're not cheated. You get the quality but you pay a little bit extra for those costs, for those checks and balances.
A little bit of premium.
But the problem is when you want to circumvent that process, then you get into trouble. But I'm buying it. Like I remember buying some concrete making equipment, and we paid a deposit. They produced it. When my equipment was ready, I got a call, an email. Equipment is ready. You send someone to verify it. Then you paid your balance, and then everything happened. The shipping process occurred and all that. But my point is that it's intentional. It's deliberate. It's Xi Jinping's the entire system is set up to ensure that commerce takes place, and that if you're comfortable doing business with this Chinese businessman, you will continue to come back. It's central planning at its best.